Hello, and welcome to Rose Play, Season 9, Episode 33. As always, I'm your host, Aurian MoonRose, and today we'll be going on about a rant. Yes, it's that time again, where I kind of have a slight or major complaint about something. Today's major or slight rant is about the multiplayer trophies achievements. Now, before we start, not get me wrong. I absolutely love trophies and achievements, and I have many reasons why. None which shall be said here. I will have a celebrate episode at some point that will talk about my love for trophies and achievements and why I'm glad they exist. But that's far from the point. That's mostly single player, sometimes multiplayer. Today's problem is multiplayer, however, and the issues that they have. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aurian, why do you hate multiplayer achievements? They're awesome. They give you the ability to extend the multiplayer play, they give you nice things to hunt for, and they're bragging rights. Well, this may be true, but that's not always the case. Let's start with my first key point, which is multiplayer servers shutting down. Now, this doesn't happen all that often, and it kind of goes into, I believe, point 2. We'll say it goes into point 1. So, not only is it the multiplayer server shutting down, but also the fact that games go dead. It's a major issue. Now, when a server does shut down in a multiplayer game, what happens? The achievements become unobtainable unless you can do it in local. Now, that's something else that's a little problematic from this generation of gaming, is that there really isn't much local. So this does hurt trying to acquire those. But when a server shuts down, or a game becomes dead or was never that popular to begin with, it's hard to next to impossible sometimes to unlock achievements and trophies. And this is one reason why I dislike multiplayer aspects of them. Now, I do have solutions to it, and we will get into that in point 4. But let's move on to the next one. So, the next one is the length and time consuming. Now, this is more a gripe for me more than others. But at the same time, this could also be true of some people. I know I have heard a lot of perfectionists, achievement perfectionists, trophy perfectionists, like myself, game perfectionists, like the completionist. I know he goes on about hating multiplayer all the time, and that actually gets into point 3 as well. But the length and the time-consuming aspect. Now, I love playing games for a long amount of time. Get your money's worth, make it acceptable in case the game really isn't that great. But there's certain times when you can be on a multiplayer game for hours and hours. And I know this doesn't really hold true to the multiplayer aspect, but Gears of War. The Serious. And then Series 2.0, 3.0, and I believe for Gears 4, 4.0. And just the fact of what has to be done just can be very problematic and time-consuming. And my last and third point is the style of unlocking or abusing of it. Now, back when I played a lot of multiplayer, it did happen. I started with Call of Duty 2, which wasn't, or no, not 2, 3. Which, by the time Call of Duty 3 was being played, it stepped into the territory of both multiplayer game being dead because of other Call of Duties, and also it being very time-consuming as you needed, I don't know, but a god-awful amount of points. And because of the fact that there was hardly nobody left, the only games I could find was flags. Capture the flag. But it wasn't a normal capture the flag. It was oh, I'm going to drop the flag, you pick it up, then drop it and I'll pick it and it'll turn, we'll stay right near my base, and we'll just keep repeating that and we'll get points. Woohoo! That's abusing it. Ooh, this guy mastered Call of Duty 3. Yeah, but how did he master it? I'm pretty sure that's not how they expected the game to be unlocked trophies or achievements, though I'm pretty sure Call of Duty 3 didn't have achievements, at least not at the time. And I'll use The Completionist again. I do watch a lot of his show. Go check it out. It's really good. I'm not even kidding you. But when he did his Completionist episode of Gears of War, him and a lot of his community, which God bless his community for helping him out with this, helped him to get the Series 2.0 by grinding the crap out of it. And that's another thing. It's time consuming when you gotta grind like you do. But anyway, him and a group of his followers and viewers and friends all let him shoot him down and beat him up, all get in circles, and he just sat there and killed them all continuously, hours upon hours. Now, I'm not here to state that, he shouldn't have done it. I mean, his show is literally about completing stuff. So, I mean, he has to get things done. And that's another aspect to the length and time consuming, is perfectionists don't always want to put that much time into the game. Although it can be fun if you like the multiplayer. Gears is a fun multiplayer. But I'm pretty sure that's not how these games expected you to do the trophies and the achievements. So now we come into the part where, what can we do to fix this? What can companies do to fix this? Well, one, EA shuts down their servers. I guess, that's EA's doing, so. But, alright, so, there's two ways to fix this. Now, this first fix is for the multiplayer servers shutting down and also going dead, which also then goes into the styles of unlocked and abuse, and the time. I guess it goes into all three. Wow, I didn't even think about that. You can unlock through either single player or multiplayer like Mass Effect 3 did. Okay, now, I love the Mass Effect series, and I can't wait for Andromeda to come out personally. But they did it so great, where a lot of the achievements that seemed multiplayer related also had single player story requirements that you could unlock. So you could either do the multiplayer or the single. Because Mass Effect still knew the single player was still the most important element, but their multiplayer was really good, and I did play that one quite a bit. I enjoyed their multiplayer. I dropped my notebook. So, I love how they did that. I really just lost my script. Alright. So, that's one great way to fix it, and honestly, I think that's the best solution. Because this way, for my next solution, it doesn't cheapen the experience, lower the total, or anything like that. And that would have to be me knocking out of my notebook constantly. Okay, this doesn't like me. I get it. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Where did it go? There it is. I apologize. Alright, so the second way is if a server shuts down or a game completely goes dead, though I can't see game companies doing it if the game's just dead. But if the server's shut down, I think it's guaranteed that they should do it. One of two things that they should do, so it's kind of a sub-genre note, is they should either unlock all the achievements or delete them from the completion total. Now, this would be the easy and the cheap way out. Oh, well, we shut down our server, so now we're just going to give you all the achievements. A lot of gamer score whores would just go out and buy that game, get the achievement, and return it to GameStop if they bought it. Be like, yeah, I didn't like the game. GameStop would probably come up with a way to stop them from doing that. But, I mean, let's say the game's like 500 multiplayer. You just gained 500. What I think they should do, though, is if you shut down your server, or if you know the game's dead, get rid of the achievements. Mostly just if a server shuts down, though. Just completely erase them. Do a patch update. I mean, I probably would cost you a little bit, so I do apologize for the money issues. But if you want to make your fans happy sometimes, achievement and trophy perfectionists especially, maybe even Gerard, the completionist, you might make happy. But delete them. So instead of a game having 1,000 out of 1,000 gamer score, now it has 600 out of 600. Because you knew you were shutting down your servers, and you got rid of them. Or just don't do multiplayer achievements. I personally still like multiplayer achievements. Something we'll again get into in the Celebrate of achievements and trophies. But that's pretty much my rant in short. Wasn't very long. They never are. I don't like to repeat myself too much, but what are your thoughts on multiplayer trophies and achievements? Do you like them in multiplayer games? And why? Why do you like them? I mean, I'm all up for accepting them up to certain degrees. Do you hate them? What do you think they should do when servers shut down or games become dead? Are you one of the people who like to grind those achievements with a group of friends? Or do you absolutely hate those kind of people who cheapen the experience for what trophies and achievements are supposed to be about? Now, I know that just sounded dickish, and it probably was, but that's how I feel about trophies and achievements, is that if you unlock something, it should be done to a degree of your skill. If you can't unlock the achievement, oh well. Doesn't mean you're bad. Just means there are people who are going to be better than you. I know there's people better than me. I mean, we've seen it watching me play, how badly I can blow. But, you know, I love what my gamer score, my trophy level is. Am I the best? No. Am I the worst? Well, that's up to you guys. But just let me know. I'd like to have a conversation about thoughts on this, and maybe we'll do a follow-up video on a Celebrate or a re-rant of multiplayer trophy achievements with you guys involved, depending on where this conversation can lead and if it stays civil and whatnot. So, go ahead and let you go for now. Next episode, episode 34, we'll be doing a top 5. What will the top 5 be? Well, you'll just have to come back to find out. So, until next time, remember, keep gaming. Never give up. And seriously, guys, figure out how to do your multiplayer achievements correctly. It's kind of a drag.